But even in their absence, these are virtual. So these are kind of virtual versions of those sessions. So this were again one of the best thing about the physical webinars was that you get to meet wonderful people there. Similarly, wonderful people are joining this session, although it is virtually and probably you are not seeing them on your screen or you're not directly interacting with them. But this is where you have that opportunity, you have that option that if you share your details, that's where at least you can let everyone else know that these are my details. And in case you need these products or services, you can reach out to me. I need these products or services, or I have this kind of a requirement. Let me know if you'll be able to help me out with that. So that's where you can have positive interactions with other business owners. And I can see already many members have started sharing their details.
Absolutely, Adnan. You very rightly said about the networking sessions we attend physically. But more or less now after COVID, a lot of us have also adapted the online version. And I think it's helped us not be limited to really meeting people only from our city, but meeting people across the world. So I think that's one added advantage as well.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We can see all the participants sharing their details. So nice to meet all of you today. We'll start in about 3 minutes, but just telling you again, do use the Q&A section to ask any question at any time. It can be regarding anything, whether it's GlobalLinker, Indian Business Portal, how do I get more exporters, where do I start my journey, what should I do? So it can be anything and we'll be happy to help you.
Absolutely. And Malvika, are you aware who'll be joining from FIEO's team? So that I think Mayank is there. Mayank has joined.
Mayank is there? Yeah, then you can include Mayank.
Sure.
Hi, Mayank. And to all our members, Mayank is from the FIEO office and he'll be happy to help in case you have any queries in regard to exports.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Malvika, for the nice introduction. When are we going to start?
So in about a minute time, we'll be starting. Welcome, Mayank, to the session.
Thanks, Anand. Thanks.
All right, so I can see many members are sharing their details, and that's where they have also described locations and details very clearly where all they operate. So very nice to see members interacting. In fact, if I remember correctly, Malvika, in yesterday's sessions that we were conducting, there were 2 members who were able to connect and have a business discussion during the session itself.
Absolutely. They could do pineapple and custard apple. They could actually strike a deal. So wonderful. Yeah, this is the opportunity.
Right. So that's what we are sharing with you, that you don't know what can happen. There are business owners available, and if you proactively reach out to them, share your details, and that's where you don't know, you may probably be able to find a buyer or a supplier or someone they know who will be able to help you out. All right, so you can continue to share your details in the chat, and I can see already a lot of members are already doing that. So you can continue to do that. Now it is 4 or 5 p.m. So we'll get started with today's session. I'll start sharing my screen. But before we do that, I just thought we can have a quick round of introduction. So I'll start. So my name is Adnan, and many of you might be knowing me personally. So I am Director SME E-commerce Growth at GlobalLinker. I have more than 1.5 decades of experience. in my focus areas are the GlobalLinker's e-commerce platform Linker.store and strategic e-commerce initiatives around the world. In addition to that, I focus on SME education or SME learning, and that's where I conduct these kinds of webinars and training sessions. In fact, I conduct one e-commerce learning session every day. That's conducted at the moment at 7:30 p.m., but we are in process of moving it a little ahead in the time so that it is within business hours and people can attend that session more comfortably. So that was a short introduction about myself. Now I'll request Malvika if you can give a quick introduction, and then we can get started with the session.
Sure. Before I talk a little about myself, I think just echoing what Adnan said, he is your go-to person. He is the expert in the SME e-commerce domain. You must be interacting with him already on a daily basis, but do continue to use these sessions to kind of ask anything that you'd like to. I'm Malvika Jaggi, and I am Director SME and Partners at GlobalLinker. We have over 4 lakh plus SMEs across the world. And what I take care usually of is interacting with various SMEs and partners to help them add value to their business and make their journey a little more enjoyable as well as profitable. I'm a people's person, so this role really allows me to kind of interact with all of you as well. That's a little about me. Over to you, Mayank.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Mayank Agarwal. I'm a management executive at FIEO. FIEO basically represents 25,000 to 30,000 members, and we actually contribute to about 75% of the exports of India directly and indirectly. We are looking forward to the work we have done along with GlobalLinker. Maybe with this, we are hoping that in the near future we can achieve some great e-commerce mileage for our export partners, not just for the SMEs but also for the artisans and farmers, and specifically for the GIs. Obviously, Adnan will be able to help you out in all the journey that we will be having, but anything other than that will be needed to take care with the the official or the outside with the foreign embassies and stuff like that. FIEO will be there for you. So over to you, Adnan.
Thanks, Mayank. So now what we'll do is I'll start sharing my screen and then we'll get started with today's session. I hope everyone is, or I can already imagine everyone is excited, including me, for this session. And what we'll try to do is we'll try to keep the information part and the GYAN part as minimum as possible, because the objective is to have more interaction with you and to give more answers to your questions. So we'll quickly try to cover up the topics that we have on our discussion list, and many of you would want to have information and answers around that. So we'll quickly take up that, and then we'll have an interactive session. However, you can keep asking your questions, and you don't have to wait till we start the question answer round. So if there is anything that comes to your mind that let me ask this question, please do feel free to ask the question. How can you do that? So in down below, you can see there is a Q&A button. So you can click on that and you can start asking your question. All right, so this is where I'll start sharing my screen, and then we'll get started with today's session. Let me just quickly take 1 second to check if everything is working fine. Everything seems to be working fine. So let's start today's session. Once again, good afternoon and a warm welcome to today's Indian Business Portal's Sellers Meet. All right, so let's have a look at the topics that we are going to discuss, and we'll try to spend as little time as possible. But at the same time, I'll try to be as elaborate as possible so that there are no questions, queries in your mind with related to these topics. So how to create an e-commerce store for your export business is the first topic that we'll be taking up. After that, how to upload products. So that is part of the eStore creation process itself, but I'll spend about 5 minutes additional on this topic and explain a couple of critical points once more. Then we'll understand how you'll be listing and joining Indian Business Portal, and we'll try to have a quick walkthrough of Indian Business Portal as well. And after that, we'll have a session for your feedback and questions, and then question answer section. So that's how we will be conducting today's session. So let's start with today's session. At first, I'll quickly show you a introduction video about Indian Business Portal. Many of you may have already seen this video, but this is for everyone's reference, a quick introduction to Indian Business Portal. And then after that, we'll move on and we'll understand how can you join Indian Business Portal. In the meantime, I'll appreciate if any member who has already created an online store, irrespective whether you have joined Indian Business Portal or your products are visible on Indian Business Portal or not. If you have created your online store, you can raise your hand and we can know how many of you have already created the store. All right, so this is where let's play this video and let's understand about Indian Business Portal very quickly.
Did you know that Indian e-commerce exports are expected to grow to $125 billion by 2030? Federation of Indian Export Organizations, in its constant endeavor to help Indian exporters grow, is pleased to introduce an e-commerce marketplace to support our Indian exporters get global visibility. Federation of Indian Export Organizations, in partnership with GlobalLinker, launches Indian Business Portal, an international trade hub for Indian exporters and foreign buyers. Indian Business Portal is focused on promoting exports from all Indian states, showcasing India's strength in wide range of products and services, encouraging virtual meetings between buyers and sellers, providing a trusted network to foreign buyers. Finally, fueling the growth of Indian exporters through e-commerce. Buyers and sellers can trade in 4,500 plus product categories. Special focus on empowering Indian artisans, farmers and producers, dealing in over 370 Indian geographical indication categories. Over 30,000 unique products and services are already listed and more are getting listed every day. Indian exporters and SMEs can join Indian Business Portal to get a free e-commerce website with international payments and logistics, showcase their products and services in different categories and currencies, accept orders and inquiries from foreign buyers, get support and assistance from FIEO and GlobalLinker teams. Join as a seller in 3 easy steps. Visit Indian Business Portal and click on List Products. Verify your importer-exporter code, add business and product details. Activate payments and logistics. Foreign buyers can register too. Find all verified suppliers at one place. Browse from various categories and products. Interact directly with suppliers. Get support and assistance from FIEO. Join as a buyer in 3 easy steps. Register yourself as a buyer. Add your business information. Choose categories that you are interested in. FIEO will promote the marketplace worldwide to help Indian exporters, SMEs, artisans promote their products and services globally. Come on board and create your business profile today on the Indian Business Portal, www.indianbusinessportal.in. To get started, FIEO is inviting more than 5,000 foreign buyers from different countries to register on Indian Business Portal. Join Indian Business Portal. List your products and services now. Register as a seller.
So that was a short and quick intro video about Indian Business Portal. Now what I'll do is I'll switch my screen and I'll take you to Indian Business Portal and I'll give you a quick walkthrough because based on my experience, one of the common question that is there in the minds of the members, in the minds of exporters, okay, how will it benefit my business? So let's first understand the usability of Indian Business Portal from an international buyer's perspective. Imagine I am an international buyer based out of, let's say, Canada, and I want to buy products for a boutique store that I run there. All right. So, and somehow I came to know about Indian Business Portal, the embassy, the Indian embassy there in Canada told me that, hey, we have created this platform. Why don't you go there and check out the products? We have listed down products from all the trusted Indian exporters. Sorry. So we have showcased products from Indian exporters on one single platform. So you don't have to go around hunt for or search for trusted and good Indian exporters. In fact, artisans and GI product manufacturers are also part of this platform. So you can go there and you can review those wonderful products. So it will be a very interesting opportunity for me, because that's where the challenge that I face is that I'll have to spend a lot of energy in identifying the good suppliers, interacting with them, reviewing their products, seeing what kind of products they are making, and then connecting with them. And trust is, again, a big issue. So that is where I can come here. Now, if as a international buyer, I have visited the Indian Business Portal and it is open in front of me, what all can I do? So I'll just quickly show it to you. So this is where I can come, and if I'm looking for specific product, I can do a search by product. If I'm looking for a particular supplier, that kind of a scenario that you are aware or you have already interacted and dealt with a particular supplier. So you can come here and you'll be able to search by a particular supplier, or it can be a scenario that you saw their product and you're now coming for the second time, and then you would want to search for their product. The third one is, and which is very popular as well, which is searching by HS codes. So that is another option which is available. I can search by HS codes, and we encourage and request members that please do add HS codes. Although there's a capability which has been recently deployed that while you're selecting the categories, HS codes get auto-populated. However, if the desired HS code is not there, you should edit it. And if you have already uploaded the product, please go back and add the HS code. So that's where these products will start appearing properly in this search as well. And whenever okay, so I'll take that point. There was another thought coming to my mind, but let's not distract. So this is one thing that I can do. I can go by different categories that are visible here, and I can see the products. Now, for example, I'm interested in GI products, and I want to explore products from the geographic indication products, which are the unique products from India, like Banarsi sari or oranges from Nagpur, those kinds of products. So I can come to this page, and this is where I can see the products from different categories which are there. And if I want to go to different locations, so for example, Varanasi, which is Banaras, Kanpur, Badoi, so different locations are also there. I can expand and I can see different districts or more districts where the GI products are there. All right. Now, if I'm interested in a particular category, so for example, if I'm interested in handicraft products, which I want to want for my boutique store, so in that case, I can come here and I can see the different products which are there. So, for example, if I'm interested in a Banarsi sari, or if I'm interested in the lacquer product, I can do that. So I'm just opening this particular category for your reference. So this is where I can see all the GI products, and there are kind of nice looking products. So I can see what is the price of these products. Now, who is the seller? Once I have seen the products and I've kind of liked them, then I would definitely want to understand who's the seller, what is their background. So that's where I can see the detail, and the name is mentioned here. If I click on the name, that is where I'll be able to go to a more detailed view, and that's where I can see they are based out of Varanasi, and they were established in 1984. I can request a meeting with them if I am interested. I can do that. I can see they are a manufacturer. They're also interested in contract manufacturing, so I can get my label done with them. I can contact them and I can visit their store. This is where I can see all the other products that they have. And then if I want, I can send them a trade inquiry. If I'm interested to understand more about this exporter, so I can go to the About Us section. And this is where I can understand more details, and I can see they have already exported to Canada. So they have some experience of exporting to Canada. Now, moving ahead, I would also want to be more clear about this exporter. I want to kind of build that trust with myself. So that's where I can visit their online store, and this is their online store. So I can come here, I can review their products, I can go to the About Us section and then review the other details that they have provided. So this is where their details are mentioned. If I'm interested to connecting with them, if I want to connect with them over the phone, etc. So all those details are also mentioned. And then if I come here, I also have a request meeting option where I can click and I can enter my details, and I can send them a request that I would want to connect with you for a meeting, and then I can explore the trade possibilities with this particular supplier, which is Rameshwar Singh Wooden Toys. So that's how a foreign buyer will interact with Indian Business Portal. However, the story doesn't end there. So there's more to the story. The more is that there's a get quotation section that you can see here on the top of the screen. That's where you can see there's a get quotation section. Sorry, I clicked on the other banner. Yeah. So this is where you can see there's a get quotation section. Now, if I'm someone now who came to Indian Business Portal, but for some reason, either I don't have time or somehow I was not able to find the desired buyer, or the product that I was looking at specifically, that product was not shown in the list. So in that case, what I can do as a foreign buyer, I can come here, I can specify which category, subcategory I was interested in, what is my requirement, and I can enter my details. And I can submit a requirement. That requirement will go to FIEO, to Federation of All India Export Organization, and they will review that requirement, and then they will pass it on to the suitable exporters, the best performing exporters. So that is another thing that I can do as an international buyer if I'm not able to find the desired product on Indian Business Portal. So that's how a international buyer will be interacting with Indian Business Portal and using it to buy products from Indian exporters. Now, one more factor that you may have in mind is that, okay, they have reviewed the details and all, but how come they'll be absolutely sure that it is a trusted buyer? So this is where I'll just show you product from one of the member. I think it is still getting loaded. So I'll just quickly take all of us to their profile. So this is the profile that you're looking at, and here you can see registered FIEO member, and the license and certificates are also mentioned here. So this is another level where you are building that trust or taking that trust to another level, and that is where, again, we always recommend that please do add your licenses, your certificate, your compliances, etc. What all details are there, because you have to build that trust and credibility with the international buyers. And the more you share, the higher will be the trust and credibility. So here you can see it is a registered FIEO member. So if you are a registered FIEO member, you'll see this kind of a link will start appearing on your profile. Now, if I'm an international exporter, if I'm an international buyer, so that's where I can click on it. I can directly access the Federation of Indian Export Organization certificate. So that is accessible. In addition to that, if I've uploaded any other certification, that is also uploaded. So that's where I can make out, okay, this is a genuine exporter, and now I can connect with them and I can interact with them. So that was a quick walkthrough from a international buyer's perspective. From an exporter's perspective, your role is to showcase your products on Indian Business Portal, because unless they are showcased here, international buyers will not be able to see your products. And if they are not able to see your products, if they are not able to see about your business, they'll definitely not be able to connect and interact with you and give you orders. All right. Now, from your perspective, you might be wanting to join Indian Business Portal. How can you do that? So that is where you can already see there is this big banner on the top that says sell on Indian Business Portal, register as a Indian exporter. Underneath here, you can see there is a registration option for foreign buyers. So this is where any foreign buyer that is wanting to interact with Indian exporters, they have to go through a registration process. So it is not like anyone can come and they can send you a request. They have to go through a registration process. And if I can show you the form, so it is loading up in here. That you can see they have to enter their details and their contact credentials are verified. So they have to go through an OTP verification as well as an email verification. So it is a contactable credentials that they are sharing, and they are verified. And there are further verification processes that are getting built at the back end, and that's where further verification will also start happening very soon on Indian Business Portal. But still, at the moment, basic level of verification is already done for any international buyer that is signing up and interacting with the Indian exporters on Indian Business Portal. All right. Now coming to the part where how can you join Indian Business Portal. So this is where all you have to do is to click on this option that you are seeing here, sell on Indian Business Portal, register as Indian exporter. So you have to click on this option, which will take you to another page. This is the page from where you'll be starting your store creation journey. So all you have to do is to enter your contact number and then click on get verification OTP. You'll move to the next screen, and that's where your eStore creation journey will start once you have verified your mobile number. However, before you do that, you should review this video. So here you can see we have added a tutorial video. So you have to review this video to understand the process, and we'll go through this video and I'll quickly explain the important points at each stage. So let's have a look at the video and let's understand the eStore creation journey very quickly. So I've clicked on the video. Let's go full screen and then let's play this video. What I'll do is I'll turn the video's sound off, and I'll just take you through, and I'll kind of keep sharing my input. So this is the process which you have already understood. You have to firstly go to Indian Business Portal, and then you have to enter the OTP, and then you have to do an OTP verification, which will take you to the next screen where you'll review a terms of use document, and after that you have to click on I agree. In the next screen you'll see a number of themes, and you can review and choose any of the theme as per your requirement. If in future, if you have to switch to any other theme, you can easily do that. It is a very easy and simple process. In just click of a button, you'll be able to switch from one theme to another. So this is where you don't have to you don't have to think a lot, which is a good theme, which is looking nice for my products. You don't have to spend too much thought on that. You can easily choose any of the theme that you're liking at the moment. And if at a later stage you want to switch to any other theme, you can easily do that. All right. So that's where let's move to the next stage. And this is where you have to provide basic store detail and information about each of the point I've explained in detail in the video. So that's where in the session, I'm not going into extreme details. But this is where you have to basically provide a store name, store URL, currency. Store URL is basically the link which the people will opening up to access your online store. So this is where I think I've closed that Rameshwar Singh Toys. So let's go through the video, and then I'll explain about the URL part later in more detail. So this is where you have to provide the store related information, your logo, etc. Logos can be uploaded at a later stage as well if you don't have a logo at the moment. And then you have to add contact information about your business. Once you have added the contact information, product type, checkout or inquiry, that is where checkout means a product can be bought online. Inquiry means they'll be able to send you an inquiry only. So that will take you to the third stage in the eStore creation journey. It is, by the way, a 4-stage journey. This is where you have to add information about your business. And again, it is a very basic information that you have to provide, but a important one, because many of the exporters, and especially the ones who are doing it for the very first time, they kind of get confused or they don't have know how to create a profile wherein a prospective international buyer would come and they can get at least the basic details that they would need. So this is where you can see the basic details are asked. If you have a IC code that you can add, your business type, your establishment year, when was it established, business operations. So whether you're a manufacturer or a merchant or a service provider, turnover, where you have already exported, where you would want to export to, if there's an advantage or innovation that you have done in your field or your trade, you can add those details. If there's an innovation that you have done, you should add your detail, basically USPs of dealing with you, and then what kind of proposals that you'll be interested in dealing in. So those kind of proposal, again, these are multi-choice options which are available and you can choose them. The last step is to upload one product, and obviously you can upload more products at a later stage. But while you are creating your online store, that's where you are just uploading one product. It is not like we are allowing everyone to upload just one product. That is absolutely not the case. You can upload as many products as you want. But while you're creating your online store, only one product is required to be uploaded, and that's where you can upload it. Here you can see the enter category and subcategory. There are drop downs available, so you have to select the products from your drop down. If
Adnan, sorry if I can stop you here. The screen is not loading up correctly. It's pretty blurred. We can't read the text.
Okay, let me pause it. Is it any better?
No.
So what I'll do is
now it's come up. Now it's come up.
Has it come up? Probably
Yes.
it was a connectivity issue. So
Yes.
otherwise, I'll do I can show it on the live process as well. If
now it's fine.
Okay. So this is where what I was explaining to you, and I'll be touching upon the product upload part later as well, once we are done with understanding the store creation process. So not worry on that. If you have a question, I'll answer them once again, because I'll be explaining about product upload in detail as well. All right. So here you can see we have in a video, you have enter category and subcategories. So that's where you'll see there are two drop downs. So firstly, you have to select a category and then you have to select a subcategory. The objective is, if you're selecting these categories and subcategories, these are Indian Business Portal categories and subcategories. And when you're submitting your online store for mapping or for listing your products on Indian Business Portal, an automated mapping will happen if you're choosing these categories and subcategories. However, there can be a scenario, although there are 4,500 plus categories and subcategories, but still there can be a scenario that the category or subcategory that you deal in is not listed there. Need not worry. You'll see there is option called can't find my category. So you can click on that and you can manually add the category and subcategory that you deal in. What is the difference? So difference will happen how your store gets mapped or listed on Indian Business Portal. So if you're selecting the categories and subcategories, that's where an automated mapping is system-driven mapping will happen. So system will see these are matching. It will map automatically. However, if it is your own categories, in that case, system-driven mapping will not happen. It will go for a manual review, and that's where our team will map it. So in both the cases, your products will get listed on Indian Business Portal. You don't have to worry on that. The other process will take slightly more time as compared to an automatic mapping, which is kind of obvious as well. All right. And then for GI categories, again, you can specify category and subcategory. And we'll be talking about that in detail as well later when I'll be explaining about the product upload process, because that is where help desk keeps on getting a lot of questions and queries, and I try to answer all of them here in this session, so that while you will be doing that, you can do that effortlessly and without any doubt or question. All right, add details like your summary, your minimum inquiry quantity, etc. And then you can add further details like stock, minimum order quantity, and if it is a branded item, etc. So that's where you can keep adding details. You can add more details in the additional description section. And then if your product has variants, like a t-shirt that comes in different sizes. So if your product has variants, in that case, you can add variants as well. And once you are done, you can upload images, etc., which will take you to the last stage. And this is where, if you want, you can beautify your store. So you can update the color scheme, or you can upload the banners. So here in the video, you'll see that I've also explained about that process, and which is again a very simple and straightforward process which you can use. Once you are done, your store will get created. So that's how you'll be able to create the store. Let's minimize the video, and again, I'm reiterating the process once again for everyone's reference. What do you have to do? So you have to firstly go to Indian Business Portal, and then once you are on Indian Business Portal, that's where you'll see this option, sell on Indian Business Portal. So you have to click on this option, which will load another page. And here you have to enter your mobile number and get started with the process. However, before doing that, here you'll see the tutorial video, which I just explained. So you have to use this video. You just go through this video once. It is a slightly longer video. It is about 21-minute video. But if you go through that video, you'll not have any question or any doubt while you're creating your online store. It is a very detailed video. All right. So once you have done that, you'll be able to set up your online store. So that was how you'll be able to create your online store, how your products will get listed. I've already explained it is a automated process. So once your online store gets created, it goes for a review. If you've added all the details properly, that's where it will get mapped. If you haven't added the details, that's where we'll reach out to you and we'll update you that you have to add additional details. Or these details are missing from your online store, and you can add them, and then you can get your online store ready for mapping with Indian Business Portal. All right. Now, I also mentioned that I'll be explaining about the product upload process. So that's where I'll switch the screen, and I'm taking you to a dummy account or a demonstration account that I have. So this is the account, and we have accessed the seller panel. Now, a question that might be coming to your mind is how can you access the seller panel? So you have created the online store. Now in future, you have to upload more products, or you have to check what all inquiries have come to your online store. So how can you do that? So again, the same process, go to Indian Business Portal, click on sell products, and this overlay where you entered your mobile number and you started the journey. This is where on the top, you can see there are two options. One is sign up and second is login. So that's where you have to click on login option, enter your mobile number or your email as well. So register by email. So in that case, you can enter email as well. You can create the password and then you'll be all good to go. All right, so that's how you'll be able to access it in future. And while you're creating your online store, you'll also get an email with your temporary password. So you can use that for logging in for the very first time. And after that, you can modify that password as well. Now we have accessed the seller panel of this demonstration store. Now the topic or the point where I would want to explain to you is about product upload part. How can you upload products on your online store? You have uploaded one product while you are creating the store. How can you upload more products? So for that, you have to click on this option, which is catalog. And then you have to click on this option, which is products, which will open the product section. And you can see only one product is uploaded, which was uploaded while the store was getting created. Now, the product can be uploaded in two ways. One is you can do it one by one using a system interface. And that is where, for example, if you have to upload 5 products, in that case, you'll first upload the first product and then the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one. So likewise, one after another, you'll be able to upload. So that's the system interface led method. However, if you have more products, let's say you have hundreds of products or you have 1,000 products that you would want to upload on your store, how can you do that? So for that, we have a bulk option that you can use. How can you use the bulk option? So for that, you have to use or click on this down pointing arrow, which you're seeing on the extreme right side of the screen. So here you can see I'm highlighting it for everyone's reference. So here you can see there's a down pointing arrow. You can click on that. And then you'll start seeing this option, which is import product, XLS and CSV, which are the extensions for Excel files. So you can click on that and it will take you to this page. And this is where you have to click on this option, which is download product import format. An Excel file will get downloaded onto your device. You have to use that format and then you can input the data into that format and then you can upload the products. However, there are certain things which you will not be able to do in the bulk process. We are in process of updating the bulk process. So for example, GI product year marking or inquiry product year marking, those are not available at the moment in the bulk upload process, but we are in process of upgrading that process as well. All right, now let's understand the system interface led method where you'll be uploading one product at a time. So for that, you have to click on this option, which is plus add products. You have to click on that. and which will open this screen. You have seen this screen while we were discussing the store creation journey as well. Now here, what are the important areas where I would want to clarify, or I would want to answer the questions that we typically get on our help desk. So the first question is related to GI product. How do you go about uploading GI product? So for that, you can see there's an option GI products. You have to click on that, and then you'll see these categories, GI category and GI subcategory will start appearing. So here, firstly, you'll have to select a category. So let's select agriculture for reference, and then you have to select a subcategory. So if it is, for example, it is Kashmiri saffron. So in that case, we can select this. Now we have to also upload a GI certificate. Without uploading a GI certificate, you will not be able to upload a GI product. So it is not allowed. However, you don't have to upload it for every other product. So for example, for Kashmiri saffron, we have 10 products. You don't have to upload the certificate 10 times. You have to just upload for one category one time only. So for Kashmiri saffron, only one time. Now, if you have any other product as well, so that's where in that case, you have to, or if you are uploading a product from a different category, so that, for example, Naga tree tomatoes, in that case, you have to upload the GI certificate once again. All right. So for one category, only one time you have to upload the certificate. You don't have to upload it every time you are uploading a product into a GI category. So that was the one question, or the first question that gets frequently asked. The second question, and that is kind of the most frequently asked question, that is about categories and subcategories. So this is where you can see there's a drop down. So you have to select a category, and then you have to select a subcategory. So that is how you have to select it. However, in case you are not finding the desired category here, or the category that you deal in, you are not finding them here, in that case, you can select this option, can't find my category, enter the category here, enter the subcategory there, and then you will be able to upload your products. So that's how you have to do that. Now here you can see automatically, the moment you select a category and subcategory, the HS code gets automatically populated. And here we are also displaying the description for your reference. So that is where whenever you're uploading a product, your HS code is getting populated. However, if this is incorrect, or you'd want to upload or update the HS code, you can do that. This is editable. So this field where you are seeing 408 as the HS code, it is a editable field. So you'll be able to update here. All right. The next question is, or the next popular question is about checkout and inquiry. What does these options mean? So checkout means a typical online shopping kind of an experience where a customer can go and they can review the products and they'll be able to place the order. So let me take you to a demonstration store that I use for my training sessions that I conduct in the evening. And I'm taking you to the store just to show you the difference between a checkout product and an inquiry product. So I'm just going to open one product, right? Let's open this product. And then we also have a pickle product, which is a inquiry product. So we are opening both of them. So this is an example of a checkout product. So this is where you can see the product is available for 800. I can choose which size I would want to buy. So for example, I want to buy the XL size, and I can also choose the color. So in case you're not seeing, there are two color options. One is white, second is green. So I can choose whether I would want to buy a white t-shirt or a green t-shirt. So for example, if I'm interested to buy a white color XL size t-shirt, so I can select that to do an add to cart, and I can place an order. So that's a checkout experience. So if you want international buyers to buy your products online, so in that case, you can select checkout. Or if you want them to send you an inquiry, so in that case, this is an example of a inquiry product. So here you can see the price is on request. So price hasn't been specified or shown by the supplier, because many times you would want to understand from where they are inquiring, what quantities would they want. So all those fields, so you can hide the price. If you want, you can show that as well. And then you can select or display the different quantities or variations in which it is available. For example, this pickle jar is available in three sizes, 250 gram, 500 gram, and 1000 gram. Now, a prospective customer or an international buyer who's interested to buy this product, so they can select the option that I'm interested to buy 1 kg jars, and I can specify, let's say I want 100 units of 1 kg jar, and I can enter my details here, and I'll be able to send an inquiry. So that is a example of inquiry product. So you can choose options appropriately. Now, can you choose both of them? Yes, you can do that. In that case, what will happen is, sorry, let's go to that t-shirt product once again. If you're selecting checkout and inquiry, both of them together, in that case, this button that you're seeing, which is buy now button, will get deactivated and it will be replaced by send inquiry. So you'll see add to cart and send inquiry. Right, now coming back to the product page, and this where if you're selecting just inquiry, so you'll see this option do not show price, so which will hide the price. In addition to that, you also get additional field, which is minimum inquiry quantity, which means that if you have a minimum production run, for example, minimum production run is 500 unit, you cannot supply below 500 unit. That is the minimum quantity that you can supply. So in that case, you can specify that here. Now, what will happen? The foreign buyer that will be seeing your product on Indian Business Portal, they can see and understand that these guys can supply minimum 500 unit. If my requirement is 500 unit or more, in that case, I can reach out to you in case I'm looking for, let's say, 100 units, which you cannot supply, because it is a very small quantity. So in that case, they'll not connect with you. So that's an additional option which is available for you, which you can utilize. This is where you can describe the product, you can add summary, you can add stocks, etc. Except small orders, you can turn it on or off. So in case you are totally not interested in accepting small orders, so you can turn it off, and that's where they'll see that they are not interested. In case you are interested in entertaining small orders, in that case, you can turn it on. You can also specify what is your fulfillment capacity. You can enter those details. Then you have product labels and tags, which are used for promotional purposes. If you want to understand about them in detail, you can join me on Wednesday. I run these training classes every day in the evening. So that's where you can join in on me on Wednesday's session. And that's where I'll be explaining about them in detail. Otherwise, you can visit our YouTube channel, and that's where you'll find a tutorial video explaining these features. Then you have product PDF and files. And now from a exporter's perspective, these are also very important and useful features, because you may want to share a brochure with a prospective international buyer that is looking at your product. How can you do that? You can do that using this feature. So if it is a PDF file, you can upload it from here. If it is a image file, in that case, it can be uploaded from here. And how does it operate or looks like? I'll just quickly show you. Again, this is, I'm going to show you, sorry, on a couple of sites. But they are using the capability a little differently, but you'll get the context. So here you can see this particular organization sells plants, and they have added a care guide here. So if we click on the care guide, it takes us to a brochure, which gets automatically downloaded. And this is the brochure that we are seeing, and we can understand the care instructions about a particular plant. Now, this is another business that is using this capability slightly differently. Here, they are showing how to use their products. So if I click on how to use, you can see an image opens up, and I can understand that this is how their product has to be used. So that is the product PDF and file. You can use this capability, a very useful one. If you have more information to share with your prospective customers, you can use this section. Now, this section, I typically suggest members not to ignore this section. This is a very useful section wherein you can add a lot more information which is required by a foreign buyer. So already they have understood about the product, but in case you would want to share details about the buying process, if you would want to clarify once you have received the inquiry, we will be responding back to you in 1 or 2 days. And once we have confirmed the shipments, we'll promptly ship them, and all those details that can help answer FAQs for international buyers, that can be added in this section. And this section is where we can describe or explain details or provide details about the product. All right, then you have the variant detail where you can create variants. So for example, that t-shirt product that we were seeing earlier. So this is a classic example of a product with a variant. So here you can see we have 5 sizes of the product in different colors. So this is an example of a product that has variant. So if your product also has variant, those details can be added from here. Then comes the SEO section, which is a very important section. This is where you can add meta title, keyword, and description. However, I understand that many of the members, while they are creating their online store, or most of you, will not have this information handy. Need not worry, it can be added at a later stage. But please do add this information. I'm repeating this statement once again. The meta information that you're seeing here, please do add it. Although you may not have this information while you're creating your online store or while you're uploading your product. So please don't hold back your product upload just because you don't have the meta information. It can be added at a later stage, but please do add the meta information because that will improve the search engine performance of your online store. Because Indian Business Portal is one venue from where, or one avenue from where you would want to receive orders or receive inquiries, but that is not the end of the world, right? That is just one opportunity that you are utilizing to grow your business. However, your online store is also an opportunity that you should utilize to get inquiries and all, and that is where having a good search ranking is important, and adding metadata will help you achieve that search ranking. All right, I had done a webinar some time back, and I'll share the link of that webinar, wherein I've explained, or I've provided framework that you can use, or framework that anyone can use. You don't have to be an expert, or you don't have to be a IT professional to use that frameworks. Anyone can use those frameworks to create wonderful and SEO optimized product titles, product descriptions, which is here, and then meta information. So I'll share that link with everyone. Now, coming to the images part, one common question that gets asked is how many images should we upload? At least one you should upload, but more the merrier. So you can upload up to 6 images. So if you have different angles, etc., you should upload that, more the merrier. Now, coming to a related question, what is an ideal size, which is mentioned here, which is 800 by 1000 pixels. And you should try to ensure that all the images that you are uploading, they are in the same aspect ratio. So they are all 800 by 1000, or if it is 1000 by 1000, they are all 1000 by 1000. So it should not be the case that one image is 800 by 1000 and the second image is 1000 by 1000. So one image is a rectangle, a vertical rectangle, and second image is a square. That will not look nice. It will not look professional as well. So that is where try to ensure that all the images have one aspect ratio. Canva is one tool which you can utilize to crop and resize your images, and it is a free tool that you can utilize. It is an online tool as well. In with respect to the MB size, more the merrier does not work here. So it has to be as small without blurring the image, without affecting the quality of the image. Whatever is the least size that you can achieve, that should be your target. Because if you are uploading high resolution images, in here you can see we have mentioned that the limit is 2 MB. However, you have to try it to keep it as small as possible. Beyond 2 MB system will not allow, but you shouldn't upload 2 MB, because if you are uploading 5 images and they're 2 MB each, that means 10 MB for one product to load. Now, on your homepage, someone saw your product on Indian Business Portal, they liked you, and then they visited your online store. And on your homepage, you have displayed like 10 products and 10 MB. So that would mean 100 MB of load that will happen. Now, unfortunately, if that person was browsing through a mobile phone and on a mobile data, that's where your website will take a lot of time to load up, and that's where you may end up losing that opportunity. So please try to keep the size as low as possible. And the thumb rule is without blurring the image, without affecting the image quality, whatever is the lowest size that you can achieve. Ideally, it should be below 1 MB, right? So these are the popular questions that gets asked related to product upload part. So once you have uploaded the product, as I mentioned earlier, our team reviews the completed stores every day. And if everything is all right, it gets mapped. If it is not all right, that's where it does not get mapped. All right. So this was all from my side.